So my dad was involved in the Land Builders Association. My godfather was involved in the founding days, in the days when they were coming together, 1972. So we're talking now 50 years since its existence. That's 10 years after they emigrated. So 10 years after, they knew they had to come together. And they sure did. They came together. They said, well, let's not do business with other communities. Let's do business within our communities so we can all flourish. And now we can attain business success. And then we have to ensure that our projects, our developments weren't being discriminated against, because there's stories back then that they would show up, these contractors newly arrived from their country, they would go to the county to get a project approved, and quite frankly, they weren't getting their projects approved. And that's when this comes together. In 2011, I was privileged to become the president of the LBA. And what it does is we wear it as a badge of honor. My generation wears it as a badge of honor because of what it represented to our community and to the Cuban exile experience. What happened in this organization is nothing short of magical. From a very young age, these immigrants got together and said, we need to unite our forces. We need to unite our businesses to do businesses with one another, create an economy amongst ourselves, and then get politically active to ensure that government and at the state, at the local, and at the federal level understands us, and we're not being discriminated against, quite frankly. So they created this economy. They did exactly what they were going to do, did business amongst each other, raised a lot of money to be a part of the process, and it gave them a big amount of clout in the community. A couple of my peers have been the president of the association, and I felt a great call of duty to ensure the association, those 2 years that I was entrusted with it, went down the right path. And it was in 2011, we were still reeling from the financial crisis. So membership was low, events were low, getting involved in the community, you can imagine, we couldn't get involved because people didn't have money to pay their mortgages, let alone, hey, let's raise money for X, Y, and Z politician. But we maneuvered, and we did a great job. We brought it, I believe during that time, we brought it from the ashes. It almost went extinct because just the whole industry was devastated. And one of the main things that I wanted to accomplish was legacy. How do we ensure that the next generation, the generation after that, understands what the Latin builders represented to this community, what it represented to that immigrating class that gave up so much for us to live here. So that's when we created the LBA Academy, which was a charter school, the first business charter school started by a business association in the United States. And we had huge success. You name it, wanted to see that model. Bernie Marcus from Home Depot, Senator Rick Santorum from Pennsylvania, the governor, everybody wanted to see that model because it was a unique model, how business and the public sector can come together for a good cause, which was education. And there's a lot of successes, and now it's the model and the blueprint for that type of school. Again, I go back to the Latin Builders Association, and it created for me great businesses, great business opportunities, and great friendships at the same time. All of my peers, the folks that are around me at the Land Builders when I was there, understood what it meant, understood that our parents stopped living their dreams so we can live ours. And that is very powerful for us. And again, it's not any type of business organization, it's a family that we do business together. And I think you see that until this day. That's ingrained in the mission of the Land Builders Association, and I'm very proud to have led it a couple of years.